Hey guys, Greg from East Coast Dies, and I've got another edition of Head to Head, and today I'll be comparing the Brine Clutch with the STX Surgeon. These are both the high school version. So as far as price goes, the Surgeon is more expensive by $10. It's 95 bucks, and the clutch is 85 bucks. The weight is about the same. I think the clutch is a tiny bit lighter, but not by a ton. As far as colors go, I know the clutch comes in a ton of colors, and the Surgeon comes in fewer, but it used to only come in a couple, but now it comes in a couple more. So a little bit more option there. So let's talk about face shape a little bit. The face shape as the Surgeon is probably my most favorite face shape in all lacrosse heads today. It's got this really narrow, really long throat, and then a really aggressive flare all the way out to the peaks where it has to be for legality. And I really like that for making a high pocket. You can string it all the way up to here, and you can see the throat is still nice and pinched. Or for a low pocket, it's going to sit down in that really tight throat as you're one-handed cradling, and it's really going to hold the ball in. So as far as pinch, this is my favorite head that is on the market right now. But that being said, the Brine Clutch also has a really nice face shape. As you can see, it's very, very similar, maybe a little wider, but not much at all. So extremely similar. So nothing wrong with the Clutch's face shape. You can see it's also got the narrow throat, not quite as aggressive of a pinch and a flare, but still very aggressive. And tons of players use the clutch. I know a lot of players use the Surgeon 10, which I really like because as far as the 2010 X-Spec heads go, the ones you can use for college, it is one of the better ones. So talk about stringing a little bit. The clutch is obviously going to win that, even though the Surgeon is not hard to string. Just based on string holes, I'd say. I've strung plenty of both of these heads. The string holes in the clutch are some of the best in the business. There's a ton of them, and they're all very large. So if you wanted even, you could put 2 strings through these bottom holes. The only fault with that is if you have a little knot or not 2 strings through a hole, it'll slip right through, and that can be really annoying during a game or practice if you gotta keep fixing that. For the Surgeon, there's enough string holes. They're not. I'd say the clutch has twice as many string holes as this, but the little ones are little, which is nice, only 1 knot. And there's enough where you can adjust and place the diamonds wherever you really want. So it's not, it's not a bad thing. It certainly gets it done. But the one thing I like the sidewalls on the Surgeon much more. It's got those really sleek, nice looking diagonal lines, whereas the clutch has got a similar thing going on. But for some reason, the Surgeon sidewalls just look really nice to me. Another thing the Surgeon has is something called ACP. It's supposed to make it more durable in hot and cold weather, so it won't get as flexible and it won't get as hard. It won't get as brittle when it gets cold. So I can actually attest to how well that works, because dyeing them, usually when you dye a head, it gets really, really flexible. But having dyed some Surgeons, they stayed nice and stiff, which was actually really nice. I really enjoyed that. It was a good thing. And the clutch does have some issues with hourglassing. You can just feel it's much, if you hold them in your hands, it's much less stable than the Surgeon. Hourglassing, I mean by that is it gets real pinched in here and real fat out here, so it starts to pinch in the middle. Not a good thing. So then the ball gets stuck. Another thing that happens to clutch is something called the clutch curse, where these bottom holes break, which you can work around that pretty easily. You don't necessarily need all the bottom holes, but it can be annoying. It can be a pain. So all in all, in this matchup, it's a very close matchup, and it all just comes down to personal preference. I would pick the Surgeon. Just a big fan of it, the way it looks, the pinch, everything. So my personal pick in this matchup is the Surgeon, but really it's a very close race. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want more comparisons, tutorials, and reviews. Like us on Facebook. Throw me a like if you like this video, and thanks for watching.